Hey y'all, it's Wildcat6305 coming at you from Ike's Treehouse outside of Augusta, Georgia. Just got a tutorial video I want to do today, and this is really it's not a strategy video. This is going to be kind of a first, this is going to be my first tutorial video, and it's really not in any order of what I'm doing. I find that I'm a better teacher to teach the subject that's on my mind, not necessarily getting a curriculum and going down with it, although that's good. So, but however, I will say, although this is the first one, I will put it, whenever I get multiple posted to my channel, I'll probably order it, number it the way it needs to be. But today what I want to talk about is purchase and repair, well, really purchase new units phase of your turn playing Global War, Axis and Allies Global War 40. And if you're playing, so I have these little cards, these Sired Bloods cards that he has made up here, and this is your turn sequence card. And the first step is research and development, yada yada yada. We're not talking about that today, but step 2 is purchase and repair units. So Sired Blood's card is made pretty much of the out-of-box rules. He hasn't really changed much, which is good. So it makes it very applicable to anybody playing out-of-box. But purchase and repair units is the second thing you're supposed to do in your turn sequence, and it can be kind of a big deal. It's probably what takes the longest in my games, in my experience, of the whole thing. Now here we have the stage 1, Young Grasshopper stage 1 card. This is actually, I haven't gotten a card printed off yet, but this is just the one side that I've printed out. And can I get this thing to focus? There we go. So you can see here on his stage 1 card, research and development is first, followed by repair damaged units, and then purchase new units is the third thing. Although he does say you can do anything on stage 1 while you're in stage 1, but this is still listed third, purchase new units and put on the mobilization card, which is right there, or the mobilization zone, which is, traditionally, which is this piece on the game board, or that area, that box. So why am I going over this? It should seem fairly simple. When you look at your unit statistics, and I have some house rules written onto Sired Blood's card here that I'm editing, but when you look at your unit statistics, you can see infantry's 3, artillery's 4. So if you want an infantry and artillery, you need to have 7 IPC. End purchase new units tutorial. No, I'm not going to do that to you. But that's what, you think it's that simple. It's just addition, math, basic arithmetic, adding, just add your troops up. However, this has a large strategic and tactical implications to your game on what you purchase, what you do purchase, and what you don't purchase. Making the right purchase, and it's always a moving target because the game can change, because you're purchasing units at the beginning of your turn that you won't be able to do anything with until most likely the next round, until the beginning of your next turn, or the end of your next turn, really, because you're probably not going to be able to do anything with them realistically on your next turn. You can non-combat move them, but then so it's going to be 2 turns before you get to use it, more than likely. So just think about that for a second. Now, here, as you can see on my board, I have a game in progress, and let's see, Germany, so that's who we're going off of here, is Germany. It's their turn. We're in turn 4, G4 here. So they have an air base that's damaged, and we're just going to leave it damaged for this turn because, we're not really using it. We don't have any fighters right there, and we don't have much of a navy, so I don't know if we're really wanting to scramble and create an air battle. So outside of the +1, it's not really doing much for us. And then in my house rule game, Germany has long-range aircraft right now, so so essentially with that they would have +2, but right now it's +1. But that's not what this video is about, and I need to get back on track. So when you're purchasing units, you need to be looking at your board and be thinking about what you're wanting to do. Now, a lot of new players like to, if you have IPCs, go, oh, well, how much do I got? And then you start, okay, well, all right, there's 3. Let's see. Oh, here's a cruiser. What technology do I got? Oh, I don't have any. So 12. So all right, that's 15. All right. Here's another tank. So 15 plus 6, 21. All right. How much more I got? Okay, I got 50 IPC. Oh, no, that's not an effective way to purchase your units. To just be looking at this huge unit bin and picking one unit out at a time. And one thing that I have found, and in this turn, Germany has 52 IPC, and as I've stated a couple times now, and probably can't overstate, I have house rules in the game, so some of the values aren't going to add up to what they would out of box. Maybe I won't say it again. But what I like to do is I like to pick out more units. I knowingly pick out more units than what I can purchase. However, I'm not going to go overboard. I mean, if I'm playing as Anzac up here and I have 13 IPC, I'm not going to pick out 100 IPC worth of troops. Okay, that'd be ridiculous, and everybody would hate me. Everybody I'm playing with would hate me. So I want to kind of be realistic. I don't want to get too far out of control, which some of the larger IPC values, such as Germany, can be higher. Which right now they're down to 47, but then they got some, 52. So they got 52 last turn, and that's what they still have right now. But I want to just look at the board and think, where do I want to place units? What attacks am I going to make? Where do I need to reinforce this turn at the end of this turn? And so if I just kind of had a Christmas list, what all things do I want to get? So as I looked at this, I laid some troops out here for us, and I said, I'd like to put 3 tanks over here in France, start reinforcing, trying to prevent a D-Day invasion. I'd like some self-propelled artillery, and I'd like to put one of my heavy tanks over there, or my heavy tanks in France. I probably need to put some self-propelled artillery, some Hummels, and some more tanks over here in the Eastern Front, as I'm about to go into Russia. And then infantry are always good. Put them around, and then some fighters and a strategic bomber. That's really kind of my wish list there, to get all those things. But then I add up all of this, and it's way more than what I got. I think I forget at the moment, but it's not really important. It's like 112 IPC that I added up. So this is way over budget. I can't afford this. So what I do, rather than trying to build from 0 up to 52 IPC, I want to take my wish list and get it down to 52. That way you kind of have a better idea in mind, and you're not buying things so aimlessly. So obviously, okay, I want to pull off the strategic bomber. That's going to drop it down. Maybe one fighter. Take a couple guys out. Going to need to lose some tanks for sure. And this is what I ended up coming down to. And this is in my game right now. This is 52 IPC. This is what it looks like. You'll probably struggle to add that up yourself, but I'm going to be able to accomplish what I was wanting to do. I'll put these tanks over here. I'll probably place them in France, and I'm not saying France as in Paris. I'm talking about Normandy and southern France, the region. And then I got some infantry and some fighters, and I'll put them out somewhere. And then I also have some tanks and one self-propelled that I can put on the Eastern Front. But I was able to reduce what I was wanting down to what I needed, and it went a lot easier. It didn't. I did this a lot quicker, and it was a little less stressful too, of going through it. So I would really suggest, if you're a new player, maybe even a veteran player too, when you go to purchase your units, just kind of look at a wish list. Keep it reasonable, but make a wish list. Pick more unit values than what you have for IPC, and then whittle it down to your amount of IPCs that you can actually buy. And then that kind of helps you get a better perspective of what troops you're needing and what you may need next time. So I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. And this is Wildcat6305 signing off. I hope the dice are with you, because they sure are against me.